Please stand clear. This is now a free fire zone.
You have insulted my honor, and for that, you must die!
Hostile target detected. Please take cover out of the danger has multiple failures detected.
Stop right there. You from Vegas. You one of House's tin men. Or maybe a mercenary come to finish the job. Lost sheep? Haven't heard that one since before my skin started falling off. But you don't smell like the rest of us. You're different, and that's rare enough to make me listen. Safety, that's a word I don't throw around easy. I didn't drag myself through Freeside and dodge every metal monster in Vegas just to hide in another hole. I'm here because someone I care about didn't make it through. My friend's out there, and I'm not going anywhere until I know what happened to him. You do that. You help me put an end to all this wondering, and I'll go wherever you're going, even if it's straight into the lion's den.
That's who. My God! I had the strain of the lighthouse!
Have you found my friend? No, you are lying. You didn't even know him. How could you know it was him? This some kind of trick to get me to leave. I've been lied to before, not falling for it. Damn it, I knew it was bad. I just didn't want to see it. Guess there's nothing left for me here, then. Nothing to wait for. You said the Almighty sent you. Fine, I'll go where you're going. So this is the Grand Safe Haven. Smells like dust and dead dreams. But hey, at least the wolves aren't trying to kill us. Guess that's something. Alright, I'm not just some bitter ghoul with a bad attitude. Here, take these. You ask me, it wasn't some random bomb or war spillover. I think the machines, or House himself, had something to do with it. Maybe a bioweapon gone perfectly right. One day, the sky just rots the ground, and who's left standing? The tin soldiers and the man pulling their strings. Makes you wonder if this whole wasteland was by design. Friend's a strong word. We didn't know each other long. Truth is, I followed him because he owed me caps. Wasn't planning on letting him slip away without paying me back. Guess that debt doesn't matter now, does it? Around Vegas, Death Zone, doesn't matter if you're human, ghoul, or a two-headed Brahmin. Step in the wrong place and you don't step back out. If you've got any sense, you turn east and you keep walking until you can't smell this place anymore. Freeside, it's no place for ghouls or mutants, just robots prowling the streets, and that's why folks call it the Death Zone. Nobody gets in or out without a fight, and if you're not careful, you don't get out at all. That'd be Mr. House. Some say he's a robot. Others swear he's the last real human left in Vegas. Or maybe even a ghoul. Truth is, nobody really knows. Just rumors and machine noise. What matters is he's got all the power, and he doesn't share. Yeah, stay out of it unless you like being shot by Securitrons or robbed blind by these robots. House's machines run the place like clockwork, and clockwork doesn't care about you. Looking for my friend, heard he made it past the strip somehow. Turns out the streets between here and there chew up ghouls for breakfast. I survived. Guess that makes me lucky. Or cursed, not sure which. Story, it's the same as every other ghoul. Live, rot, and run from things that want you dead. Only difference is I didn't bother pretending it's anything heroic. Leaving, and here I thought this was just another hideout to rot in. Look, I've survived because I look out for number one, me. No one else. Smartest way to live in the Mojave. You live, you die, and that's it. Simple math. Oh, here we go. There's more after speech. You're telling me I've been busting my back to stay alive just to, what? End up in some afterlife where all my clever moves mean nothing. I've seen people cling to hope like that. Most of them ended up dead faster than me. And generosity gets you killed. That's the truth I've lived. You help people out here, they use you. You turn your back, they knife you. So yeah, I played the game like everyone else. Maybe better. But, if I'm honest, maybe that's why places like Freeside are the way they are. Maybe people like me made it worse. I survived, but I never fixed a damn thing. Change? Yeah, I guess it's easy to talk about when there's some promised land on the horizon. Maybe I don't have to be the same bastard I was. I'll be real with you. I'm not convinced I can flip a switch and be a saint overnight. But maybe I can at least stop making things worse. Faith? Not exactly my strong suit. But I'll give it a shot. Couldn't hurt to try, right? Can I do anything for you? Leaving? Where to? You've been leading us from one place to the next, but I thought this was our safe haven. The promised land. So this is it. What we've been preparing for. I believe the Almighty's word, but there's something I haven't told you. I've been tinkering, fixing machines, making tools. It's more than a hobby. It's comfort. Out there, in the wasteland, the world is broken. And when I build, it's like I can fix a piece of it. Letting go of that feels impossible. I know his kingdom is perfect, but here, my hands have purpose. My work has meaning. I fear that letting go means losing that. You see, when I build, I feel close to him, like I'm part of his creation, shaping something good. How can I just walk away from that? More than creation itself, more than the satisfaction of making broken things whole again. I suppose what I make here rusts, breaks, falls apart eventually, but in his kingdom, nothing fades. I've told others that my hope is in him, not in the work of my hands. Maybe now I need to live it. Yes, let it go. The work of my hands was always temporary. His promises are eternal. I will come. I'll leave the tools behind. In the promised land, he will give me a new purpose. One that doesn't fade, one that doesn't need fixing. I am, and I'm grateful. You've helped me remember that the things of this world are nothing compared to the one who made it. Can I do anything for you? Goodbye.
Do you need anything? Leaving? What do you mean leaving? We've just gotten here. You dragged us out of the Mojave, said it was important. And now you tell me we're going somewhere else. Where is soon, exactly? The promised land? You mean heaven? Or is this some place you think is heaven? Because in this world, I've seen nothing that looks like the Almighty's promise. Just dust and death. I don't know if I can trust this. You could be sending us straight into a death trap. Trust him. That's easy to say when you haven't been left alone, night after night, praying into nothing. When every answer you ever thought you had turns into silence. Do you even know what that's like? To believe your whole life, only to feel like he's not there when you need him most. I've tried to hold on. I have, but it's like clutching at smoke. Promises. I used to read them every day. I'd underline him, write him down, tell others they could count on them. But then the radiation came, and the ghouls came, and people I loved, they didn't get saved. Not here, not anywhere. And I thought, if the Almighty can keep his word, why didn't he? Maybe I'm the one who walked away. Or maybe he was never listening. Then why do I feel left? Why does it feel like I've been wandering in a desert for years? No water, no shade. Nothing but the sound of my own breathing. I'm scared. Scared that I'll go where you're sending us, and it'll just be another wasteland. Scared that if I put my faith in this, in him, and it all crumbles. I won't have anything left. Faith, not sight. You know, I used to tell people that all the time. Don't look at the storm, look at the one who calms it. But when the storm kept getting worse, I stopped looking. Maybe this is my last chance to look again. Not because I'm sure, not because I'm fearless. But because if there's still a chance his promises are true, I don't want to miss them. Alright, I'll come, I'll believe. Not because I see it yet, but because I'm tired of letting fear decide where I go. I will, and thank you. Even if I'm still trembling, I'll take this step. Maybe faith doesn't mean never being afraid. Maybe it's walking forward while you are.
What's on your mind? Time for what? Another sermon? I've walked half the Mojave chasing knowledge. Books, blueprints, old world science. And you think I'm going to trade that for fairy tales? Don't get me wrong, I respect your conviction, but the Almighty, the so-called creator, if he's real, I'd call him to account for 1,000 things. Says who? Knowledge is everything. It's how we survived the war, how we rebuild. No, that's not right, is it? We've had all the knowledge in the world, and still we've made ruins of everything. And yet men like me think we can outsmart him, rewrite his design. I've spent years convincing myself that I didn't need him, that I could be my own compass. But the more I learned, the more I realized I didn't know where I was going. Like a blind man, holding maps he can't read. Maybe it does. Maybe I've been staring at the wrong enemy. I thought I was proving something, that I was free, independent. But really, I was just a fool, turning my back on the one who gave me breath. All my knowledge, worthless if I can't even see the truth in front of me. I will, not because I have all the answers, but because I finally know I've been asking the wrong questions. Let's go.
You want to talk to me? You really want to know? Fine, but don't expect some tidy story with a happy ending. When the ghouls came, I was young. Thought the worst was the radiation. I didn't know the years after would be worse. People changed. I changed. First came the hunger, then the sickness, then the looks. Everywhere I went, it was the same. Folks pretending to help, then taking what they wanted. Sometimes it was food, sometimes it was worse. And when I turned, when I became a ghoul, they didn't see me as a person anymore, just something ugly to avoid or use. I tried to keep hope alive, told myself the Almighty was still watching, that maybe he had a reason for all of it. But every time I trusted someone, they proved me wrong. After a while, I stopped talking, stopped believing. Coming here, seeing someone who's not a ghoul, who's not afraid to talk to me, it's strange. Feels like maybe the world isn't completely rotten yet. maybe I'm not completely gone either. Guess it did help. Talking doesn't fix everything, but it's better than silence. Time for what? Another trip through hell. You've been gathering us like strays, but you never said why. Look, I've been through enough. Vault 19. They took everything from me. My trust, my hope, even my will to care. And you want me to just move on? Promised land. Those words sound nice, but I've heard promises before. People promise kindness, safety, and then use you, break you. That's what people do. That's all I've seen. Then why did he let it happen? If he's so good, why not stop them? Why let people like me suffer while monsters walk free? The fall. Yeah, I've heard that. We broke the world ourselves, right? Not the Almighty. So, he gave us freedom, and we chose to ruin it. And every evil I've seen, it was a person who decided to do it. Not some divine hand pushing them. That means, if people can choose evil, they can choose good, too. And maybe I can choose not to stay broken. I don't know if I'll ever forget what happened, but maybe I don't have to let it chain me here. If this promised land is real, if he's really waiting there, then maybe it's time to stop staring at the ruins. Alright, I'll come. I'll take the step, not because I believe it'll be easy, but because I believe he didn't make me just to leave me in the dark. I will be, and thank you for not letting me stay in Vault 19, even if it was only in my mind.
The fuel is ready. The coordinates are locked. Soon, they'll be gone, carried beyond this Mojave. I wonder what will become of them. The doubter, the builder, the rebel, the broken, the proud. 5 souls, each carrying their own weight, their own scars. Will the promised land heal them? Or will they carry the Mojave shadows with them even into the light? They rise, like fire piercing the heavens. The ground shakes, the air burns, and yet, my heart is still. Is it over, Almighty? Have I done as you commanded? Have I brought your sheep home? It's over. The rockets are gone. The 5 are safe. My mission is complete. So why am I still here? The Mojave lies silent, broken. Yet something in me stirs. A whisper, not of this world. The Almighty is not finished with me. There are still hearts to reach, still lives to save. This land is dying, but not yet dead. Perhaps I was never meant to leave. Perhaps I was meant to stay.